Meghan Agony. Queen's 300-piece jewellery collection belonged to members of royal except Sussexes. The Queen's vast jewellery collection is now being passed down to members of her family, however, who it gets given to depends on whether Her Majesty owned the item personally. While some possessions pass directly to King Charles, others may become personal gifts to other royals. Much of what the Queen owned was not in fact directly hers but instead was the property of the Crown. In this instance they would have gone straight to the new monarch, such is the case with Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle. However, Balmoral was owned outright by the Queen, meaning she could decide who it would go to. Much of her jewels were also part of the royal collection and would therefore be inherited by Charles, reported Hello magazine. Royal ladies such as Camilla, Queen Consort, the Princess of Wales and the Countess of Wessex are likely to be gifted items from Her Majesty's personal collection. It is believed that Her Majesty owned 300 pieces of jewellery, including 98 brooches and 46 necklaces. Other personal items will be distributed amongst the family, similarly to Prince Philip when he passed away in 2021. The late Duke of Edinburgh gave his personal driving carriage to Lady Louise Windsor, as it was a passion they both shared. The Queen's beloved corgis Mick and Sandy will be rehomed with Prince Andrew and his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson. Her middle son gave her two puppies Mick and Fergus when Prince Philip was hospitalised to cheer her up. However, when Fergus sadly passed away in May 2021, just 1 month after Prince Philip, the Queen was left devastated. Sandy was then given to her on what would have been the Duke's 100th birthday in June. It is unknown where the Queen's beloved pony Emma will live, but reports suggest she may be rehomed with equestrian-loving Princess Anne or Zara Tindall. The Princess Royal will thank members of the armed forces who were involved in the Queen's funeral during a visit to Portsmouth Naval Base and St. Omer Barracks, Aldershot. Anne, as Commodore-in-Chief Portsmouth, will meet with Royal Navy personnel who took part in the funeral procession on Thursday. She will then travel to Aldershot in the afternoon where, as Colonel-in-Chief of both the Royal Logistic Corps and Royal Corps of Signals, she will visit personnel from across the Corps who played a key role in providing logistical support for the funeral and other associated ceremonial duties. Meanwhile, the Earl of Wessex will visit troops on deployment in Estonia and Germany to recognise their service to king and country. Edward, in his role as Royal Colonel of 2nd Battalion the Rifles and Royal Honorary Colonel of the Royal Wessex Yeomanry, arrived in Tallinn, Estonia on Wednesday evening ahead of Thursday's visit to Camp Tapa military base. Once there, he will meet with 2 Rifles personnel to thank them for their vital support to UK military operations, their service to the Queen during her time as Commander-in-Chief, and their commitment to King Charles as head of the armed forces. The Earl will then travel to Paderborn, Germany on Friday to visit troops on deployment from the Royal Wessex Yeomanry at the Normandy Barracks and pay tribute to the ongoing service of the armed forces stationed abroad. The royal visits come as Australia holds a National Day of Mourning for the Queen, with a national memorial service taking place at Parliament House in Canberra. The royal family is continuing its period of mourning for the Queen, to be observed until 7 days after the funeral. Members of the royal family are not expected to carry out official engagements, and flags at royal residences will remain at half-mast until 8 a.m. on Tuesday, after the final day of royal mourning.
you.